VSWville, what's going on? VSW here, and after looking in last time's GTS video, I have found out that I have finally reached over 400 subscribers. I never thought it would happen, but it actually happened. Over 400 subscribers now. So those who have subscribed, I want to thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are the best. And to celebrate gaining over 400 subscribers, I want to take this time to just kind of take a break from getting ragey over the GTS chaos thing and talk about Impact Wrestling again, where Impact Wrestling, starting tomorrow, moves to the Pursuit channel. It was on Pop, but now it's going to Pursuit channel, which luckily I have. And if you guys don't have the Pursuit channel, you're in luck because you can also watch it on Twitch. It starts tomorrow at 10 Pursuit Twitch. And with that said, I'm going to have the little review time where I review Impact Wrestling's homecoming event, where it all began. With that said, let me just shut my mouth and get right on to it. First up, we have the Ultimate X match. Ethan Page versus Trey Miguel versus 1/3 of OVE, Ohio versus Everything, Jake Crist versus former WWE Cruiserweight Champion Rich Swann. And Rich Swann won. The good is that it was a really fun match, and the ugly I could find was Jake Crist's DDT to Trey Miguel. That was a pretty good match, so I would give that a 3.5 out of 5. Next up, we got Dark Alley and Su Yung taking on Jordynne Grace and Kiera Hogan. The ugly was Dark Alley's code breaker to Kiera Hogan. And I wonder what Chris Jericho, AEW's newest signee, thinks about it. But anyway, the good was that the Demon Assassin, Rosemary, finally made her return. She just finally got out of that dark place and made it back to Impact Wrestling, taking out Su Yung and the Undead Brides. But now that Rosemary is back, will she be able to save Allie from the possession of Su Yung? Maybe we can tune in tomorrow on Pursuit or Twitch to find out. But that was still a good match. Give it a 3 out of 5. Honorable mention, Jordynne Grace's Feat of Strength. Next we have one of my favorite feuds on Impact Wrestling, Eddie Edwards taking on Moose. The good was that Eddie Edwards won and his wife Alicia got to get some because she even took Kenny, the kendo stick, and just whack Moose with it before finally allowing Eddie Edwards to finish him off and get the win. The ugly was Moose's powerbomb to Eddie Edwards twice on the apron. Honorable mention, Moose got thrown, if I remember, onto the grail by the barricade. But that was a good match. I give that a 4 out of 5. Next, we got Impact Wrestling's wrestler of 2018, who had a very, 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 very awesome hair versus mask match at Slammiversary with Pentagon Jr., who we'll talk about later in this review. Sami Callihan, hashtag The Draw, taking on Rich Swann's friend, who was with Lucha Underground as the Mac, but on Impact he is Willie Mack. The good is that it was a very good match, and Sami Callihan got the win. The bad was that we had to see Sami Callihan's disgusting snot on his hand again. That is gross. And the ugly Sami Callihan's knee to Willie Mack's face or jaw. That was still a great match, so I give that a 4 out of 5. Next, we got one of my favorite villains on Impact Wrestling, the namer of dummies, Eli Drake. Yeah, taking on legend, Hall of Famer, the Monster, former Impact World Champion, Abyss. The good is that it was a fun Monsters Ball. It wasn't the best, but it was still fun. Because, of course, the Monsters Ball, to me, it was not as good as Abyss taking on Grado, or Decay, Abyss and Crazy Steve taking on, if I remember correctly, Beer Money. But it was still really good. The ugly Eli Drake's choke slam onto the thumbtacks. Honorable mention, Abyss threw him up onto the table. That was really good. That was a fun match. I give that a 4 out of 5. And before the next match, we saw the winner of the 37th season of Survivor, Nick Wilson, along with Davey Rickenbacker. Hope I said that right. But next match, we got Impact Wrestling's wrestling team of 2018, and one of my favorite tag teams on the roster, LAX, Santana and Ortiz, defending the tag team titles against Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, the Lucha Bros. The ugly was either Lucha Bros double team on Santana from the top rope, or Pentagon Jr.'s version of the Canadian Destroyer. And speaking of which, if you guys haven't seen Rey Mysterio's Canadian Destroyer on Andrade Cien Almas this past Tuesday on SmackDown, you have really, really missed one of the greatest Canadian Destroyers of all time. Because that Canadian Destroyer was too freaking awesome. Too awesome. The good is that it was a really good match. The bad was that when LAX pinned Phoenix, Pentagon Jr. was outside and he didn't stop the count for some reason. But that was still a good match. Nonetheless, give that a 4 out of 5. Next, we got the undeniable one, Tessa Blanchard, defending the Knockouts Championship against Wera Loca, Taya Valkyrie, with Hall of Famer and one of the greatest knockouts and female wrestlers of all time, Gail Kim, as the special guest referee. The good is that it was a good match, and Taya Valkyrie is the new Knockouts champion. The bad, Tessa Blanchard did the wrong thing and put her hands on the legendary Knockout, who was the official. She just kept shoving her. Bad move, Tessa. I love you, but that was a bad move. Because you can't just think to yourself that you can just put your hands on Gail Kim and get away with it, because you shove Gail Kim, she gonna shove you back. The ugly Tessa's double drop kick to Taya on that steel grail by the barricade. But that was still a good title match. I give that a 4 out of 5. And finally, the main event, when Johnny Impact defended the World Championship against the Weapon, the Machine, Brian Cage, who, by the way, made his entrance looking like the Terminator. I wonder what Arnold Schwarzenegger would think of that. I'll be back. Anyway, the good, Johnny Impact retained, and it was an awesome match. The bad was that Brian Cage went out of the ring and shoved Davey Rickenbacker. I don't know why he did that. I don't remember the ugly, so if I can remember the ugly, I'll put it in the description. But overall, 4 out of 5. But after the match, Killer Kross attacked Johnny and Taya, and he even threw Taya Valkyrie, when she tried to fight back, into the crowd. And after what Killer Kross did to Trevor Lee on the final Impact on Pop, just knocking the brick right into Trevor Lee's face, forcing the cameraman to hold on to it, scaring the living crap out of him. I don't blame that guy, because if I was in that situation, I would be completely scared of my life too. Because Killer Kross is one scary and dangerous man. But overall, Impact Homecoming gets a 7 out of 10. It was really good. The best match, either Sami Callihan versus Willie Mack or Johnny Impact versus Brian Cage. And this time, for once in my review, I'm not going to name a worse match, because I don't really think any of Impact Homecoming matches was that bad. And I love them all. So this time, no worse match. Sorry. It was that good for me. 7 out of 10. Really good. Well, what did you guys think about Impact Homecoming if you have seen it? And what are your thoughts about Impact Wrestling moving to the Pursuit channel? And do you have the Pursuit channel? Leave your thoughts and about it in the comments below. And remember, if you don't have the Pursuit channel, don't worry. You can also watch Impact Wrestling on Twitch, which I may have to watch it on Twitch, at least nearing the end part, because 11:35 I have to leave for my favorite nighttime talk show, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Sorry, I love that show, but again, it's a good thing they're doing it on Twitch, because I can maybe watch the rest of the episode on there. But this has been my review of Impact Homecoming. Again, thank you all so much for 400 subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing and checking me out. And again, please don't forget to check out my Cancer Sucks rap. I'll put it in the description below. And again, you may be asking yourself, VSW, why do you keep telling us about your Cancer Sucks rap? Because a few years ago, cancer killed a good friend of mine who I had seen more as our neighbor, as she lived very close to us. I loved and miss her so much in my heart forever, and I'll never forget her. I hate cancer so much, going after and killing and making innocent people and animals suffer, and I don't like it. It just makes me want to cry and feel raged at the same time. So last year, during Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, I have decided to do the Cancer Sucks rap and encourage those battling cancer to never give up. The words of John Cena, who I have mentioned in my rap. Never give up, because cancer can be beat and these people can beat it. I dedicate it to them and my friend, and I would love it if you guys checked it out and help me get it out there and support the song, because if it was to one day be seen by someone like Steve Harvey or Ellen DeGeneres, it would be one of the happiest and greatest moments of my entire life, because I would love to share my song with Steve and or Ellen. But again, thank you guys so much. I'll put the Cancer Sucks rap link in the description below, so be sure to go in the description before or after this video and check it out. God bless, take care, stay safe. Welcome to VSWville. I am a pro wrestling fan for life, and that's the bottom line, because VSW said so. And I'll see you all next time on the VSW YouTube channel. Much love, guys. God bless. Hate the devil. He can go itself along with cancer. Peace. See you all next time.